What up, y'all? It's Tyshaun Taylor here, founder of NoHustlingBackwards.com. We got to start thinking forward, people. This is the mind, body, and soul movement, and I want to talk to y'all today. What up, y'all? It's Tyshaun here, and I just want to talk to y'all about something that's very important, something that's dear to me. I mean, when you're on a journey to become a grown man, I mean, you got to know one thing. You got to know one thing, and you got to understand this thing, and it's how to be a man. If you grew up like me, single parent home, you didn't have that template right there to show you exactly how to be a man, right? So, I mean, 9 times out of 10, I mean, how many of us are going to take the time to research it and figure out how to be a man, right? Some of us may do. I won't say not everybody does it. Some people may do. I'm one of them. I did do the research. I do the homework. And, but for the most part, you pretty much, moving through life and mimicking other male models in your life and using those as templates. Some may be good, some may be bad. We kind of have to decide what that is. But I'm going to give you an exact template of what a man is. You can write this down. You can take notes on it. You can do whatever you want to do. You can share it with all other men in your life. You can do whatever you want with it. If you're a lady watching this video, share it with your man. I mean, it doesn't matter, but get the word out. Let people know that No Hustling Backwards is talking to other men on how to be a man. It's something that's fun for me. It's a journey. And I mean, we all know that it takes more than a pair of cojones to consider yourself a man, right? Alright guys, so let's start talking about, how to be a man, right? Part 1 is, of course, the mind, right? The mind is very important. And a man, he knows himself. A man is knowledgeable about something. And he really, it really doesn't matter. But I mean, you should consider, I mean, you're pretty familiar in one area of expertise, right? As a man, right? I mean, men may not be able to do or want to do all the fancy words. They might stick to those $2 words. But I mean, when it comes to getting things done, I mean, they know how to act. They use their smarts to get it done. They have areas of expertise that they know. And, some men are great with general knowledge, cars, this is rare, but history is another one. I mean, so a man is, like I said, he knows himself. He respects himself inside out. He's knowledgeable in at least one area, of his life. Like I said, general knowledge, things like that, right? But another thing that, is powerful for the mind and as a man, I mean, he knows when he's made a mistake and when to say sorry. I mean, there's nothing wrong with making a mistake or, doing something, wrong, because I mean, we are humans, right? But an insecure man thinks that making a mistake is bad because he is not comfortable with who he is in the first place, right? So confident men know when they're wrong or when to admit it. So I mean, they learn to say I'm sorry in different ways. Men know that saying I'm sorry doesn't always have to be verbal. They may do something like a ticket to a game, might buy you flowers. I mean, things of that nature. So, a man pretty much knows that, the measly words of I'm sorry aren't always to be used. There's other ways to act on it. Actions do speak louder than words, right? And a man understands that. You guys got to know the man code. I mean, what is the man code, right? And I'm just going to leave that up for you guys real quick so you guys can see exactly what the man code is. I mean, you can find a list of what the man code is. Everybody has their own version of it, right? But I mean, another thing about a man, he is willing to let go of self-destructive thoughts or customs. I mean, understand that, men of all, cultures, they have different things. They socialize different ways. There's different psychologies. There's different things that can be damaging to a man and bring unhappiness. So a man is willing to let go of his destructive thoughts or customs. I mean, questions. I mean, did you grow up in a culture where it was unacceptable to abuse someone, whether physically or verbally? Who was out of line or insubordinate? Violence is more often the result of cowardice than a genuine impulse, to solve a problem. Using violence, threats against, friends and family to show your authority is unhealthy and damaging. Where you taught that, being tough means suppressing emotion, holding in tears, and never really expressing vulnerability. The drawback here is that, you internalize and suppress things, and they fester and they become worse. Focus on being a different, kind of tough, being reliable, strong figure, someone fighting through adversity. Now those are the things that men, seek. Another one is, where you taught or hate, or taught to hate or fear anyone who's homosexual. Let's understand one thing about what makes you gay. Having a romantic and sexual preference for people of the same gender. Okay, that's what makes you gay. So the kind of music you like, the clothes you wear, whether you cry at sad movies, buying your white flowers, being sensitive or nice to others. None of those things make you gay. Outward displays of homophobia just points to a man with a sexual insecurity. So, with that said, let's just recap this real quick, guys. Number one, a man knows himself, right? Number two, he has general knowledge. He's knowledgeable in an area. He's an area that he's an expert in. At least one area in his life. He knows when he's made a mistake. He knows when to say I'm sorry. He lets go of destructive things in his life. Old thoughts or customs. So the mind of a man is powerful to master. And to know how to do that gives you the power to really make some things happen in your life. So, like I said, guys, this is a 4-part series. Part 2 is up next. We're going to talk about the body. That one's probably a little quicker video. We all kind of know that's a little self-explanatory, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. So, check out part 2 of my video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, check me out on Instagram at nohustlingbackward.com. The dot is spelled out. You can catch me on Facebook.com/NHBackwards. You can catch me on www.nohustlingbackwards.com. Let's go, people. No Hustling Backwards. We got to think forward. I'm Tyshaun, founder, CEO. I'm the man behind it all. Let's talk. Let's get to know each other. Holla.